Hey everybody, I'm Lisa Young-Sutton, and this is the final video and summary for the Petite Lenormand Core series. In today's video, I'm just going to summarize the content of the series and ask that if you have any questions on this series or requests for additional videos, that you leave them in the comments section below. Okay, I also want to show you my new deck that just came today, the Beatles Lenormand. I am a huge Beatles fan, so I had to buy myself this for my birthday, and it just came today, so we're going to use that for this little summary video. Okay, now video one is where you should begin, regardless of your experience. You really want to go through your deck and do it periodically, and be sure that you are clear on all of your primary vibes, those core functions or core essences of the cards that will never change, and provide the basis for the role that each card will play in the story that's unfolding as you work through a spread, right? The core essence that you assign to each card is what establishes your personal relationship with this card system. It's the language that you and the deck share. All right, so it's not the same as just laying down cards and then opening a book of keyword lists or a website or something you downloaded. You have to know what each card means to you. All right, otherwise you will not have any flow. You are not going to ever become a talented tableau reader if you can't understand what every card means. All right, now video two starts the ball rolling with the 3-card horizontal line. So let's start at the beginning of the deck. I haven't even looked at this deck yet. It just came right before I started, right before I decided to film this video. So I haven't even looked at it yet. Anyway, here, let me zoom. All right, so video two now is where we go over the 3-card line. And it's here where you learn how to answer questions by using a simple line of 3 that you will either read as a narrative, right, which is a story read left to right, just like you read a comic strip, or you will use this simple little 3-card line as a descriptive reading, where you typically choose a focus card. Your focus card can be the first card, but almost always it is the center card. So you would shuffle your cards and you're asking for a description of something, and you want the center card to be your main focus. You lay that first, and then you lay the other 2. And the other 2 are primarily describing this card. Now this card can be pre-selected too. Say you want to, all right, well that's the ship there. So say you wanted to describe your next car, right? We'll call that your next car. And so you pull out the ship card and you lay it there, and then you randomly draw the 2 other cards, and they will together describe that. All right, so that's a descriptive reading. And when you lay a line of 5, there's no difference. All right, so if you lay a line of 5, you can still read this exactly the same as a descriptive with a center card focus, and then you have either mirroring pairs, like these 2 cards mirror and these 2 cards mirror each other, right? Or these 2 cards together will describe this, as well as these 2 cards together describe that. All right, same with a 7-card line. You're either going to read it as a narrative all the way across, or you're going to read, this is your focus card, and all of these cards, right, can be mirrored describing this, or it can be, you could have these 3 cards together describing it and these 3 cards describing it, okay? So there's no difference between a 3, a 5, or a 7-card horizontal line, which is why in the next video, video 3, we move right to a cross, a 5-card cross. All right. So, there we go. So the 5-card cross. This is where you begin to get comfortable with vertical interactions rather than just horizontal interactions. All right, you don't want to just always read in a linear fashion. This is the groundwork that will lay the foundation for your future as a tableau reader. If you want to become a talented tableau interpreter, you need to start training your brain to be able to move about a group of cards so that they can speak to you fluidly and fluently, right? All right, so, gravity impacts the cards below with its weight, and reading left to right makes the cards to the right stronger than those to the left because you're moving away from these cards, you could say, right, as you read left to right. So this is a weaker energy, this is stronger, this is weaker, this is stronger. This is stronger because it's heavier, it's impacting, it's weighing on, okay? So you'll begin to see clearly which cards are stronger and where the energy of the story is flowing if you get in the habit of using vertical as well as horizontal lines of cards, okay? So video 4 is your introduction to tableaus with the box spread. The box spread is the smallest tableau. I call it the mini tableau. And here, wait, do I have it all? Yeah. Okay, so here, you already were introduced to vertical interactions. So you now have 3 vertical lines, right? You also have 3 horizontal lines, but now you also have 2 diagonal lines. And now you can also knight cards and mirror cards. So mirroring cards are the pairs that, like if you folded this in half, right? It's the cards that are on the opposite ends. They mirror each other, right? So here you have like these cards mirror, these cards mirror each other, and diagonally these cards mirror each other. And then knighting is just like you knight in chess. So every card in a mini tableau except the center card can be knighted, right? So if you wanted to knight this card, you go over 2, and then this is your knighted pair. If you wanted to knight this card, you go up 2, and this is your knighted pair. If you want to knight a corner, you go over 2 and up 1, and then up 2 and over 1. So these 2 are your knighted pair for the corner. Okay. So, in video 4, you will find an example of a narrative and a descriptive box. Now, video 5 introduces the 25-card Petite Tableau, where I introduce you to the concept of zones, clusters, and constellations, all of which are part of the grand tableau interpretation process. So this is where you're getting into the whole, I don't know, I'm going to have to really zoom out for this. As you can see, a 25-card Petite Tableau is basically just a 9-card box with another row around it. Let me see, can I get all these in? I don't think I can get all these get all these big cards into the, I won't be able to lay a grand tableau and have you see it all. Anyway, okay, now you know why I mainly use mini decks for tableaus. All right, so that's video 5, okay? Like I said, here we're getting into zones, clusters, and constellations. So like the zones, right? Say this was the seeker, right? Or this is the primary card you are reading, right? So the very near zone are the cards touching it. So this would be your very near zone. And then the next layer out, which is this whole thing here, would be your near zone. So this is all the comfort zone. And of course we don't have, for this card, we don't have far and very far cards. We would if we looked at, like say we chose this for our, pretend this is our seeker's card. Well, then the very near cards would be these cards touching, and then go out 1, right? Those are your near cards, and now we have these are the far cards, right? And then these over here are the very far cards. Okay. And watch the video for more information on clusters and constellations. And video 6 is the introduction to the Grand Tableau. And it's in video 6 that I begin by recapping the previous videos. And then I start off with a brief history of tableau style reading and the different tableau formats you can use. And I finish with the steps that I use. I call it my plan of attack when I interpret a Grand Tableau. Now, video 7 is broken into 4 parts. So it's actually 4 videos, but all using the same Grand Tableau. So part 1 explains how to interpret the partner card in a Grand Tableau. In other words, what part is that other person playing in the seeker's reading? Part 2 introduces you to the love cluster for relationship interpretation. Part 3 is a look at the work or career interpretation. And part 4 looks at interpreting for health or well-being, family, finances, social life, and significant messages. And that is the whole series. And as you can see, this is a really cute deck, right? Like, she's a woman, like nowhere man for the man. I mean, so cute. I'm loving this deck. But what I can tell you, and I knew this before I bought it, is that you look at this deck laying here. Would you lay this for a tableau? Or maybe a box spread. But anything bigger, I would never use this deck. Because, and I'm going to show you right now. Hang on, let me pull out, here. Let me pull out it's not Tatiana's. The deck that I've been calling Tatiana's forever. It's Titania's. Anyway, look at the difference between trying to flow through this. How can you even differentiate between these cards? I don't care how often you use this. I really don't think I would ever be able to flow through this deck for a tableau. Now compare it to this deck. Right? Look how much clearer it is to use this deck, right? Look how easy that is. You can lay all 36 of these cards out and you will just flow through this. You will, you won't ever have to stop and think, and that's the whole point, is that your ideas will just be forming, right? The messages will just be forming as your mind scans through these cards, as your eyes scan, I should say, right? Whereas, when you have a deck, a very busy deck like this, a deck where you constantly have to stop and look and say, oh, wait, what card is that? If you have to do that, and I just went to Facebook the other day and I saw somebody had laid out a Grand Tableau, and I got dizzy just looking at it. Like, I thought, there's no way I would even, don't ask me a question because I won't even be able to tell what card is what. There's no flow there. There's no symmetry. I call it fits and stops, Like, as soon as your eyes start to scan around and you start to form an idea, all of a sudden you keep stopping. It's like hitting speed bumps. You're like, wait, what card is that? What? You can't do it. So, as cute as this deck is, I will never use it for a Grand Tableau or even a Petite Tableau. In fact, I think I will only ever use this deck for 3 and 5 card lines. Let's see what the little, this is the little white book. Let's see what they have here. Wait, hang on. Rider, I read the news today. Oh boy. Okay, so it's cute. Come on. They take it from the songs. Clovers, people tell me I'm lucky. Yes, I know I'm a lucky guy. Tree, I feel fine. I mean, it is cute. When I was a boy, everything was right. That's the child. Yeah, no, it is, wait, look, Crossroads. Why don't we do it in the road? Come on. But, is this how a new person could learn the cards? Of course not. I mean, okay, here's the moon. For the moon, they have Goo goo gajoob. Goo goo gajoob. That's the meaning of the moon card, goo goo gajoob. So, you know, if anybody asks me, what does the moon card mean? I'm just going to say goo goo gajoob. All right, here, look. For the anchor. Obla dee, obla da, life goes on, brah. La 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 la, life goes on. Obla dee, obla da, life goes on, brah. But that's for the anchor card. You know, so as cute as it is, it's, would I recommend it for a new person? No. Would I recommend it for someone who wants to learn how to read grand tableaus? No. But it's a cute deck. It's going to be fun to use, and like I said, I will use it for probably my little 3-card draws. I will use it for that. Anyway, that is it, my friends. That is the core series for the Petite Lenormand. Again, if you have any questions regarding this series or requests for additional videos, leave your comments below. As always, thank you for watching. Now go play with your cards. Bye, everybody.